Top of the morning, pimping. All right, today we're gonna kick it around with how do you discipline a hoe? Because check this out, a little young pimp friend of mine that I've been mentoring. I get a call from his woman. He done went to jail because he caught this new hoe, and he hit me online, and he was like, "Tay, I knocked this new hoe, man, but this bitch got a bad mouth, man." He said, I'm trying to talk to the bitch. Bitch keep even keep interrupting. He said, I checked the bitch. He said, and I checked it pimpishly, Tay. I said, look, baby, it's discipline. It's rules to this game. You have to discipline yourself and conform to this pimping. And that means you can have an opinion, but there's a way to say things. I'm not trying to make you be no robot, but there's ways to say things. And your tone and the way you talking to me, you know that's wrong. And I got other hoes, and I don't let them do that. And just cause you knew, just cause you didn't chose me, you will never get an opportunity to do that. That's disrespecting me. I'm not gonna disrespect you as my woman, and you're not gonna disrespect me as your man. He said he ran into the bitch like that. He said, man, the bitch turned around and said some shit, something about he acting like a punk or some shit like that. So he put hands on the bitch. He just knocked this bitch, man. He ain't even had this bitch but 2 weeks, man. He was wrong for that. See, I know you. See, that's the difference between having to turn out and getting a burnout. But I'm telling you, pimping, before you check these bitches, before you discipline these hoes, man, you got to make sure these hoes is yours, man. I'm talking about you got to make sure that you know something about this bitch. Man, when you knock a bitch, you getting another pimp's problems. So you got to reprogram the hoe, deprogram the hoe, and then reprogram the hoe, which is a job. But in that process, pimping, you got to understand that this bitch damaged goods, man. This pimp, man, a pimp's job is to be inside a bitch's head, man. So whoever this pimp that had this bitch, man, he got this bitch fucked up mentally, pimping. And you got to remember this. So you got to remember when you knock a bitch from another pimp, man, first, man, talk to that pimp, man. Talk to him, man. Say, pimping, I know I just knocked you for this bitch, man. But this bitch is unruly, man. This is an unruly bitch, pimping. Can we sit down and talk, man? Because I know this ain't your pimping, man, up under this bitch, man. The reason that this bitch is acting like this, man, with that foul mouth, man. Man, pimping, how long did you have this bitch, man? You must have just got this bitch, man. Because this bitch act like she ain't been under no instruction, pimping. Pimping, this bitch headed for destruction, man. And I really don't know, man, if I ought to fuck with this bitch, man. Pimping, can you tell me something about this hoe, man? Man, talk to that pimp, man. Because if he been pimping on this bitch for any amount of time, then he been in the side of this bitch's head. He know this bitch if he been pimping on this bitch. But if this bitch, you just knock her and this bitch mouth is foul and unruly and bitch talking like she ain't never been with a pimp, man, then you got a problem, man. All money ain't good money. And all hoes ain't good hoes. I know pimping be excited when he catch a motherfucking bitch because he know he done pimped up on the bitch. But sometimes the pimp up on the motherfucking problem, man. And the pimp want the hoe so bad until he accept things from the bitch that he ain't accepted from no other bitch. But he accept these little things from this hoe, this fresh hoe, because he trying to keep the bitch. But check this out, pimping. I want you to remember this. The way you start off with a hoe is the way you end up. If you start out accepting disrespect from that bitch, man, you ain't gonna get no money out the bitch. You gonna have more problems out the bitch than money, cause the bitch can see her mind. Oh, he trying to kiss my ass. Oh, he trying to keep me so I can act up. He giving me a little leeway to act up, cause he let me get away with this. Oh, what? I said that? He let me get away with it? This is how hoes think. When you a pimp, man, you got to stand on your pimping like a rock, man. You got to stand on your pimping, man. You got to be firm, man. You got to let a bitch know, bitch is my way or the highway. Pimping, you can't be afraid to fire no bitch, because if you pimping, all you gonna do is catch another one. Pimping. That young pimp, man, I'm telling you, I've been mentoring this nigga, man. This nigga started out with his girlfriend and pimped up. This nigga, he 3 bunnies deep. Then paid his car off, making moves. But he slipped, man. But I told him, man, I tried to warn this young pimp. Pimping, look, man, if that bitch is too crazy, man, some bitches is crazy. I told him, I said, listen, man, I had a bad motherfucking white bitch that I knocked, man. She had only been with this pimp for a week, man, and I knocked this bitch, man. Say, man, I'm talking, but when I say fine, man, this bitch was 6 feet, blonde hair, blue eyes, man, legs like a motherfucking tennis star, man, a body like a motherfucking beauty queen, man. Man, this was a bad white bitch, man. I just knew I was fixing to have me some money, man. Hey, man, but that bitch was a bad seed, man. That bitch had a foul-ass motherfucking mouth, man, to be a white bitch, man. And she wasn't even no white bitch no more, man. This bitch was a motherfucking wigger, man. Man, I wanted to keep that bitch, man. Say, man, first night that bitch gave me 800, man. The first night, man. But the bitch mouth was bad, man. Pimping. I wanted to slap the bitch the first night. I wanted to send that bitch on her way, man. But I saw that the bitch was troubled, man. And I said, man, I just broke this bitch, man. I'm going to have to pimp this bitch away from me, man. Because this bitch is a motherfucking foul-mouth punk, man. But it just so happened, by me being a pimping motherfucker, man, I had a crew of 4 of the white bitches, man. You understand what I'm saying? And I told them, say, man, I want y'all to check this bitch, man. Check this bitch, because I can't check her. I want you to check this bitch. That's how the first week went. And them hoes check that bitch, man. Say, girlfriend, you can't talk to my man like that. It's rules in this game that we hoes got to abide by. And the first one is giving my man all the respect. And then each one of them hoes took a turn and checking this bitch. But the bitch mouth still was foul. Okay, we on the second week. I'm getting ready to hit the highway, man. Ain't no way in the world, man, I'm taking this punk bitch down the highway, man, because I'm scared, man, that if I check this bitch down the highway, man, this bitch gonna get me up, man. I'm going to the penitentiary, man. So fuck that shit, man. Before you put all this pressure on yourself, when you pimping on a bitch, you got enough pressure. Man, you don't need the motherfucking pressure, man, of an unruly bitch that ain't in pocket like the rest of your hoes. Meaning that you got to go out your way to check this bitch every day in front of these other hoes. Because you can't let the bitch get away with nothing. You can't let a foul-mouthed, unruly bitch get out of line in front of your other hoes. That's showing weakness on your part. Then you're going to have turmoil in your household. So pimping, what I'm telling you is this right here. You come up with a bitch that you done knocked from another pimp. Bitch mouth fucked up. Bitch talking stupid out her motherfucking mouth. Pimping. You probably gonna have to throw that bitch back. Because that one bad seed, man, one bad apple can spoil a whole bunch. And that's what that motherfucking bitch should do. And I stress it again, man. I know pimping want to come up with bitches, man. But every hoe ain't no good hoe, man. Every hoe ain't no good hoe for your family, man. Every hoe ain't no good hoe for your pimping. Every hoe ain't no good hoe for your motherfucking freedom, pimping. Fuck that shit. Get rid of them bitches, man. I told that young pimp that. I said, man, don't fuck with that bitch. Send that bitch back, man. He telling me, man, I find the bitch is, and how bad the bitch is, and bitch been paying him good. I said, man, that don't mean shit, man. All money ain't good money. I said, nigga, you in position, man. You 3 deep, nigga, with pink toes. Man, fuck that bitch, man. Send that bitch, man. But he didn't listen, man. I mean, I know he gonna bail out because the nigga, he did position himself with his bankroll. But that's not the point. The point is knowing when to check a hoe. If that hoe ain't yours completely, mind, body, and spirit, man, you talking about pimping on the bitch without your hands behind your back. If you got to do that, man, fuck that bitch, man. You never know, man, about these hoes, man. Some hoes is just bipolar, man. And you never know what this hoe gonna do. Man, that nigga slapped that bitch, man. And that bitch went and gave that nigga up, man. And it's a good thing that he listened to me when I told him, because he got 3 other bitches. Each of them got their own spot. Each of them got their own car. The young nigga been pimping. So I said, say, man, when you first get a bitch, man, what you never do when you got this bitch and you ain't even had this bitch a month yet, man, do not let that bitch know where your spots are. Do not let that bitch know where your hoes apartments are. She don't get to see that. She ain't earned that right. She's a bitch on probation in this pimping. You got to get to know this bitch. Because if this bitch break bad, you don't want her to bring down your whole empire. You don't want that bitch to know where you lay your head. You don't know that bitch. You don't want that bitch to know where your hoes live. I know you want to impress that motherfucking bitch with your pimping because you just got her. You want to show the bitch what position you in. But when you get a fresh bitch, we don't do that right away. See, I used to pimp like that in my era. See, I knock a bitch. I take a bitch to my bitch apartment, not to my house. I take a bitch to my bitch apartment, show her how this hoe living. But nowadays, with all these punk ass motherfucking scrumpet ass, nothing ass, zero ass, wanna be motherfucking hoes, the pimp gotta watch himself. So you gotta when you first get this bitch, you gotta pimp on this bitch with a long handle spoon. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta pimp on this bitch with a need to know. I mean, as far as you letting the bitch know where you lay your head at. And you can let her know, hey, I gotta know a little bit about you, know a little bit more about you, baby, before I show you my dwellings. Because you never know about these hoes. Pimping, I want y'all to get to know these bitches, man. When you knock them, if you knock them somebody else. Now, if it's a turnout instead of a burnout, okay, that's a little different. But if you done knock these bitches from another nigga, another pimp, knowing that you just inherited another pimp's problems. And I hope that through your pimping that you can deprogram this bitch and reprogram this bitch before this bitch get crazy or go crazy or before she show her true colors, because you never know. Sometimes you don't have time to get in the bitch's head. But the subject of this game piece is when to check a bitch, when to put hands on the bitch, and when not to put hands on the bitch. See, I know that sometime in this pimping, I ain't gonna dare sit here and say that in the 25 years of my pimping, that I never put my hands on no bitch. I be lying like a motherfucker, because sometime a motherfucking hoe get too far out of pocket with her motherfucking mouth or with her actions, and the nigga got to put hands on the bitch. I ain't talking about putting knees on no bitch. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about pimping on a bitch from here, and sometime a nigga might have to grab that bitch in her motherfucking throat. Sometime a nigga might have to pimp slap that bitch. But about checking a bitch with that balled up fist, that's a no-no, man. Nigga, before you do that, listen, pimping, before you do that on a bitch, man, fire that bitch, man. Save yourself some problems. Save yourself some troubles. Because there's one thing about it. It don't take long for you to see if you can use this bitch in your stable. It don't take long for you to see. Sure, the bitch gonna have some bad habits because she come from a pimp that probably wasn't pimping, probably just had his hands out accepting the money. So the bitch probably don't know shit about the game. The bitch probably don't know shit about respect. So it's your job to do that. But it's your job to see and make sure and see if this bitch is worth you fucking with. Man, I know the bitch fine. I know I knocked her from a pimp. I've been watching the bitch on the track, working, getting money. Seemed like she was dedicated to this nigga. But then here she is in my household. So that tells me something right there. Either the bitch is a punk bitch or the pimp wasn't pimping on the bitch. One of the two. But before, I ain't gonna even say before pimping, in your career, man, pimping, you should never put this on the bitch, man. Never, pimping, never. I know these hoes make a pimp mad. I know a nigga be mad in the motherfucker sometime and just want to stick his foot up these bitches' motherfucking ass. Or just want to fuck this bitch up. But pimping, you in this game to master the art of control. You in this game to master the art of not only controlling a bitch, but you in this game to master the art of controlling your feelings for a bitch and your feelings for men, period. Check this out, pimping. This game right here, it's a non-contact sport. But I advise every pimp or every square watching this game piece to keep your body in shape. Life is supposed to be a no-contact sport. Pimping is supposed to be a non-contact sport. But guess what? Shit happens. I always say in these game pieces, you got to stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Keep your body in shape. Keep your mind in shape. Control your emotions. Control your feelings. Pimp on this bitch with your mind and not your hands. When you checking this bitch, if it ain't nothing very, very serious, because bitches gonna make mistakes. They gonna do dumb shit. When you checking a bitch for that, keep your hands behind your back, pimping. Pimp out your mouth and your mind. If the bitch done done something really bad and really fucked up, I think I'd grab that bitch and shake the fuck out of her. See, because me, I go through stages in checking a bitch. First, I'm just going to shake a bitch. I'm going to shake the fuck out that bitch. Bitch, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, bitch? Bitch, you think... And push that bitch. Now, the second time, if the bitch done done something crazy as fuck, not too crazy, but out of line, some dumb shit, then I might grab that bitch in that throat. Bitch, you think I'm fucking playing with you, bitch? Don't bring out the beast in me, bitch. Cause I will hurt your motherfucking ass. I care about you, bitch. But don't play me like no sucker or no trick, bitch. I'm a motherfucking man, and you gonna give me my respect. When you check a bitch, you can check a bitch so verbally, man, until you can make a bitch break down and cry. That's why a pimp got to have conversation. That's why a pimp got to stay in control of his emotions. That's why a pimp got to know how to check a bitch and keep protection on his motherfucking ass and keep protection on his empire. Because I'm going to repeat, you getting another motherfucker's problems. You getting another pimp's troubles. And he probably wasn't pimping on the bitch, so that's going to make your job double hard. But I'm going to say to you again, pimping, take a few days, take your time, get in this bitch's head, get to know this bitch, talk to that other pimp about that bitch, because he going to know some insides on the bitch if he been pimping on that bitch. And if he a real pimp, he gonna sit down with you and kick it with you about that bitch. He gonna let you know what's up with her, because you gonna ask him all the questions, and he gonna have to answer them. This is putting protection on you. Sure, we all gotta check these hoes, because they do dumbass motherfucking shit. But I repeat, there's a way to check a bitch. And before you check a bitch with your fist, man, send that bitch out the door, man. Save you some freedom, man. Save you some headaches, man. Save your empire, man. Save your life. Save your freedom, pimpin'. Learn how to check a bitch. Check a bitch with finesse. Because once you check the bitch, you got to remember that you still want to pimp on this bitch. You don't want to check the bitch in a way that you just blow the bitch because you checking her. See, pimping, you got to always be thinking. You got to stay 3 steps ahead of this motherfucking hoe. You got to stay 3 steps ahead of this motherfucking pimp that you got this hoe from. That's how you knocked him. You got to know the insides of this bitch, man, before you put your hands on this bitch, man. I suggest, pimping, that you continue to check a bitch verbally, man. Man, you can shake a bitch, man, or grab a bitch in the throat or whatever, man. But you got to do it in a way, man, where you just applying just a little pressure, but you letting this bitch know, bitch, I'm a man, bitch, I'm a motherfucking pimp. I'm your man. I don't disrespect you. Bitch, do not disrespect me. Because then you're going to see a side of me, bitch, that you do not want to see. Pimping, I'm saying this to you. I'm trying to save you your freedom. I'm trying to save you your empire. I'm trying to save you all the hell and all the trials and tribulations that you go through every day in this pimping. Don't make it worse by losing your temper when you checking a bitch. Don't blow your whole career. Don't blow everything that you done worked for. When you at a bitch, or when a nigga trying to fuck with you and challenge your manhood, stand on your manhood. But don't let a nigga bring you out your character. Don't let that hoe bring you out your character. Keep it pimping. A pimp is a sharp, suave leader, empire builder. So how in the fuck we gonna let a motherfucking weak ass, weak-minded bitch take us out of our character? How we gonna let a weak-minded bitch that's in this game, and all them hoes weak-minded, we make them strong. We make bitches. We break bitches. So how the fuck we gonna let a bitch take us out of our character and make us use these on them? Come on, pimping. Pimp with your mind, not with your emotions. You in the wrong game if you trying to pimp on a bitch with your emotions. You in the wrong life. Because in life, there's always challenges. Every day. A bitch challenge you, a male challenge you, they challenge your manhood, they challenge your mental ability, they talk to you like you stupid, and you know that you a brainy, smart motherfucker. If you wouldn't, how could you pimp? So knowing that, and knowing that you got these strengths, pimping, do not let a bitch break you down. Do not let a bitch make you so mad. Plus, dogs get mad. Pimps don't get mad. We outthink you, bitch. So you think you're going to try to come at me sideways, bitch. I'm going to stand on my pimping like a motherfucking man, bitch, and I'm going to check you verbally. You can say words you can say words to a bitch that can make her cry. You can break a bitch down and build her back up verbally. As pimps, that's what we do. Don't let a bitch break you down to thinking with street sense, where you lose your freedom and lose your life by going to the penitentiary behind a punk ass motherfucking bitch. Come on, pimpin'. We thinkers. We entrepreneurs. We think with our big head. We don't think with our little head. Show you just knocked this bitch. Show that pink-toe motherfucking bitch, or that light, bright, almost white, black bitch. I'm sure she fine. You didn't watch her get money. Every day you've been watching. You've been at this bitch. You've been had your bitch at this bitch. But only that pimp that you knocked her for know the inside of that bitch. Don't be afraid to talk to that motherfucker, man. Make that pimp talk to you. Make him reveal what's up with this bitch. Say, pimpin', we in this game together, man. I just need to know the inside and outs on this bitch, man, before I put this bitch down, man. Is this bitch a punk, man? Let me know, man. Because I'm going to have to check this bitch, man. Bitch told me you checked her a few times, man. So I'm going to have to check this bitch, man. How did the bitch take that motherfucking checking, man? Man, do you think this bitch can stand up to this pimping, man? Man, I need you to, these questions you going to ask this pimp. And if he a real pimp, he going to have to give it up. And if he ain't a real pimp, then you go out on that motherfucking track, then you expose this nigga. You expose this non-pimping nigga. Say, man, I just knocked this nigga up for this bitch, man, and this nigga ain't got no pimping in him, man. This nigga don't even want to sit down and kick pimping. This nigga don't want to let me know about this bitch, man. These trying times, man. Bitches are punks nowadays, man. A nigga got to know a bitch, man, before he sit a bitch down. A nigga got to know a bitch before he check the bitch. I'm talking about before he put hands on the bitch. We checking the bitch verbally as soon as we get her. Soon as the bitch say something out of line, we letting the bitch know, bitch, this how my pimping go. So we checking this bitch verbally. But I'm going to say it again, pimping. If you got to get to the point when you got to ball your fist up and hit a bitch, then that bitch right there, you need to send that bitch on. Because that bitch is getting ready to take your freedom. That bitch is getting ready to end your career. That bitch is getting ready to stop everything that you've been working for. All that luxury and fun and enjoyment and that one big old party that you've been having, all that shit getting ready to end. Because you let that hoe take you out your motherfucking character. You quit pimping and became a bully. You let the bitch bring you down to her level. Fuck that bitch. If you see the bitch ain't gonna work out, fire. Send the bitch on. Call another pimp. Say, man, I got this hoe, man. Bitch ain't trying to go with my program, man. I want the bitch to stay in the game. I want the bitch to stay with pimping, man. Say, man, meet me somewhere, man. I'm gonna bring you this bitch, man. Keep protection on your pimping. Keep protection on your life. Know when to check that hoe. Know when to check that hoe, pimping. Save yourself a whole bunch of headaches and heartaches. Because there's 10 things that pimps do not do. I'm going to get my list, man. It's 10 things that pimping don't do, man. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to start off with pimping. First of all, a pimp don't never lie to his hoe. Never. Because a pimp be in the process of doing so many different motherfucking things. A pimp is an active ass motherfucking nigga, man. A pimp busy over here. A pimp busy over there. A pimp getting at this bitch over here. A pimp getting at this bitch over there. A pimp talking to this bitch over here. Talking to this bitch over there. A pimp got to remember what the fuck he say. Man, don't lie to your hoe, man. That's a no-no. Do not do that. I'm just going to give y'all 10, man. Do not lie to your hoe. That's number 1. Number 2, do not lay up and pillow talk with no hoe about what you and other pimps then kick. That's number 2. Number 3 is never send a bitch to the track without knowing the bitch first. Because when you do that, you put yourself in jeopardy. You don't put protection on your pimping. You don't put protection on your life. And you don't put protection on your freedom. Okay? The next one is this right here. The 10 things that a real pimp does not do. A pimp never get at your partner's hoe. Never. Ooh, got kind of hot up in this motherfucker. This pimping make you hot, man. Hey, man, never get at your partner's hoe. I don't give a fuck what these niggas say. Fuck all that talking, that pimping shit and all that. Say, man, do not get at your partner's hoe, man. That's some bullshit right there. That make the bitch think that pimps ain't shit. That make the bitch think that man ain't shit. Do not put that wedge between you and your pimping partner who's hard to find, because if a pimp got more than one partner, then he lying to himself. Do not put that wedge between you and your partner by getting at your partner's bitch. That's a no-no right there. Okay, the next one is this right here. Never carry your whole bankroll around with you. That's some stupid shit. But I done seen a lot of pimps do it. Never carry your whole bankroll around with you. Because if that's the case, if you do that and you get knocked, then everything you got is gone. That's stupid. A pimp should always have a bankroll. That's what I mean, a bank account. That way your money is safe. Don't get caught carrying all your money around in your pocket, man. Bad move, pimping. Bad move. Okay, let me see here. What's the next one I got on here? All right. Never kick another pimp's name around in your house. See, some of you pimps, y'all play the salt game. So y'all think that y'all got damaging and bad information. Ooh, I just had to sit back and it got hot up in this motherfucker. I had to sit back and get some of this air. You think that you can knock, okay, you see another pimp at your hoe on the track. So you ride around, you get to a place, you kick with other pimps, thinking that you can get some information that's some bad shit about this pimp who you see constantly at your hoe. So what you do is you go to your house, hoe, and you got your hoes around, and your pimping is weak. You understand what I'm saying? And so what you think is, you think the best way to detour your hoe from getting at this pimp, because you steady see this pimp in your business at this bitch, but you ain't nothing you can do because a nigga pimping. That's what pimps do. Get at hoes. That's our job. So what you do is you come in your house bad mouthing the pimp. Oh yeah, I heard that nigga Shantae, I heard that nigga used to be a robber. I heard that nigga do this. I heard that nigga do that. You salting this nigga up. You think against your hoes. But what you doing is fattening the frog for a snake, because you kicking another pimp's name in your household. So that's gonna make the bitches be like, damn. So then you kicking it with your hoes on the track, and they kicking it, and this nigga ride by. Them hoes gonna say, that's the pimp my man talking about. He this, he that. But then other hoes gonna look. They gonna see this fly, suave motherfucker. They know this nigga pimp. They gonna be like, girl, shit, that's Shantae, that nigga a real pimp. I don't know what your man talking about. Bad mistake. Keep another pimp's name out your mouth in your household. Okay, what's the next one, man? What a pimp do is do's and don'ts. This some don'ts. I'm gonna give you the do's in the next game piece. Say, man, what a pimp don't do, a pimp don't never get drunk in public. A pimp got to cover his ass. A pimp is one of the most hated individuals in the world. So why would you get drunk in public? Why would you subject yourself to get checked? Because you done got drunk in public. A pimp is always in control. If you drunk in public, how the fuck you in control? If you drunk in public or on the track, it might be a pimp that ain't really a pimp, but think he a pimp. He might want to check your motherfucking ass physically, but you drunk. A pimp don't never get drunk in public. That's a no-no. That we don't do. We always stay in control, and we always carry ourselves like a motherfucking gentleman. Always. All right. Here's another thing. Don't never let them hoes see you sweat. That's another don't. Don't never let them hoes see you worried. Because you got the attitude with these bitches, bitch, long as I'm pimping, I ain't worried about nothing. Don't never let them hoes see you sweat, or don't never let them hoes know that you got a financial money problem. Because every day you asking for it, and every day you asking these bitches to do better. Every day you demanding that these bitches do better. What you gave me yesterday, I want you to do better tomorrow. Baby, I like the way you paying me, but I need you to step it up. I need you to step it up. I need you to do better. Can you do better for your man? Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to go on to this next one. The next one is, when you riding across country and you more than one deep, never ride across country with two hoes in your car. Never. Taking a whole cross country for the purpose of prostitution, that's a motherfucking federal case. Don't get your ass caught up. If you pimping, you got two bitches, don't be no tight motherfucker. There is no amount of money that protects your freedom. Rent you a car. Put them two bitches in one car and you in your car, and then y'all go cross country. That way, a bitch can't never say that she rode cross country in your presence. You understand what I'm saying, pimping? Never go cross country with more than one hoe in the car. All right. Let me see what this next game piece is. All these don'ts of this game is going to save your motherfucking freedom and this life. Okay? This is another one that pimps always make this mistake. I done seen it happen, but I ain't never done it. And I done knocked a lot of niggas for this. Never check your hoe on the track in front of everybody. If you ride down the track, you see that bitch do something wrong, put that bitch in your car, man. Bitch, get in the car. Take the bitch somewhere and check her. Never check your hoe on the track, in public, in front of everybody. First of all, you don't know who's out there. You don't know what motherfucking Vice look like. They can be dressed any kind of way. That's number one. Number two, you might blow this bitch that you trying to have by the way you checking this bitch on the hoe stroll in front of everybody and embarrassing this bitch. Do not check your hoe on that track in public. You understand what I'm saying, Pippin? That's a no-no. Okay. And the next one is, the last one is this right here. And that's what this game piece is all about. Pimp with your mind, not your hands. When you checking the bitch, put your hands in your motherfucking pocket, because that's going to save your freedom. All this I'm giving you, pimping, I just want you to have a beautiful, wonderful, glamorous, exciting, plentiful motherfucking career like I did. All this game that I'm giving you is to help you progress, keep your freedom, and save your motherfucking ass from destruction. If you take what I'm giving you, soak it up, put it in your mind, put it in your own words, but do use it. Apply this shit, man. It's going to make you grow in this game. And you can take that to the bank. So I'm going to close, but I want you to remember, stay hungry, you the prize, and pick with your mouth, not your hands. I'm out.